Oh shit! Hey guys, sorry, just catching up on my grooming there. But you know what? When I look this good, you know there's going to be some good articles coming up. Check this shit out. And look, I'm going to preface this before I get into it and tell you, you know, you hear a lot of talk about what's going on in the universities, how cancerous they're becoming, how they're just pumping out SJWs and femtards and these little NPCs and indoctrinated little soy boys just all walking the one line. You know, they can't think out or speak outside of, you know, what their doctrine dictates. But this is just proof of the insanity, and this is proof of the feminist takeover of universities. All right? Check this shit out. A visiting fellow at the University of Wollongong has resigned in protest after the university surprised and angered academics by accepting a Ramsay Center funded degree in Western civilization without consulting staff. University of Wollongong academics, including visiting fellow Sarah Keenan, who handed in her resignation, woke on Monday to news the university had signed a deal with the Ramsay Center to establish the country's first degree in Western civilization. Yes, this is so good. By the way, AV Scotland Flower, email me with that meme and I will share it if it's a good one. University of Wollongong academics. Yep, read that bit. Staff at UOW said they were blindsided. There have been a lot of emails flying, words like disappointed, betrayed, surprised, said Professor Lee Dale, former head of the Department of English Literatures and Philosophy. So I'm just gonna point that out, right? So Professor Lee Dale, because they do refer to Professor Dale later in this article. Professor Lee Dale is the former head of the Department of English Literatures and Philosophy. Okay. And Oliver, no, I didn't get the Nice Guy article sent to my website. It's still setting things up with that. So if you can email it to me, that'd be awesome. The deal came after the Australian National University pulled out of negotiations, citing threats to academic freedom. Similar discussions between the Centre and Sydney University have been dogged by controversy. Under a deal signed on Friday and made public on Monday, the Ramsay Center will pay for 10 academics to teach the 3-year degree and give 30 students a year more than $27,000 each towards their living expenses while they study. So 30 students a year are going to get to study Western civilization and get paid $27,000 each every year for the privilege, which I think is a very good thing because it's certainly going to encourage some people to study that. It is the first university to accept the money, which is part of a bequest from the late healthcare magnate Paul Ramsay. But the course has been deeply controversial at the universities where it has been proposed, with many academics saying it was European supremacism and accusing the centre of trying to push a right-wing agenda. Yeah, because you guys haven't been trying to push a left-wing agenda or anything. No, not at all. Dr. Keenan, who is based at the Birkbeck School of Law, right? This is Dr. Keenan, who is based at the Birkbeck School of Law. See the shaved hair, the SJW glasses, the bitter feminist stare? Who is based at the Birkbeck School of Law, resigned as a visiting fellow at the university's Legal Intersections Research Center. So they're literally researching intersectionality in the legal faculties now. because she would not support an institution that lent its name to the Ramsey Center. She said, "What the Ramsey Center seeks to do is institutionalize a far-right intellectual agenda into Australian higher education." Oh, fuck. Yeah, because you femtard fucks haven't been trying to... What was your wording again? Institutionalize a far-left intellectual agenda into Australian higher education? No, not at all. You totally haven't been doing that. Georgine Clarkson, head of the University of Wollongong branch of the National Tertiary Education Union, said she was worried about the lack of transparency and called on the university to make its memorandum of understanding with the centre public. She worried about how well the university's academic freedom had been protected from those conservative views, protected from talking about Western civilization. How are we going to protect ourselves from that? Because it's so dangerous and offensive and hurtful to everybody. This is literally the level of crybaby that these bitches are at. What the fuck? Yeah, so we're very concerned about a lack of due process. Oh, you're concerned about a lack of due process, right? Silly me. Here was I thinking that the people that you denied lack of due process to should be the ones concerned about a lack of due process. But no, it's you that's concerned about the lack of it. Lack of transparency and lack of consultation on this very divisive issue, she said. Talking about the world we live in that gives you the freedom to speak out with all your bullshit, that gives you the freedom to do whatever the fuck you want without any culpability, without any accountability, right? You're concerned about the lack of consultation on this divisive issue. Because if you having freedom is divisive, then I guess that's what it is. And yes, I know I'm wearing a wife beater shirt, guys. It's fucking hot today. That's why I'm in the car with it running with the aircon on. I just had a cold shower before I did this. I was like dripping sweat like a fucking cold can of beer out in the hot sun. Professor Dale was concerned about how a focus on the great tests of the West, and particularly Europe, would affect guys, seriously, strap yourself into your fucking seat for this one-liner. Strap yourself in. Professor Dale was concerned about how a focus on the great test of the West, and particularly Europe, would affect Wollongong's reputation as a university strong in feminist and post-colonial literature. It gets, seriously, and that's not the best bit. It gets better from here, guys. Wait up for this shit. Oh man. That's India, Africa, the Caribbean and Pacific. Over the past 40 years, Wollongong has been leading scholars in that area. What, the area of feminist approaches to literature and post-colonial literature? So what you're saying is that every student for the past 40 years at the University of Wollongong has been given cancer. Great work, guys. Great work. Over the past 40 years, Wollongong has been leading scholars in that area working in the English program. Now, remember I talked about Professor Dale earlier? And Professor Dale, as I mentioned, was the former head of the Department of English, Literatures and Philosophy. And I've just pointed out how Dr. Keenan, PhD holder no less, has said that Wollongong have been leading scholars in the area of feminist approaches to literature and post-colonial literature over the past 40 years in the English program. Can you see how this is all starting to tie together? The University of Wollongong said it had no concerns about academic freedom being compromised. Good. You should have taken that stance, and you did. I respect that. And had learned from the experience of other universities. Good. It was working out the approvals process for the course curriculum. Sydney University, SJW Central that is, declined to comment. The University of Queensland, the one at which it sarcasm is now banned and you can be expelled for using sarcasm. University of Queensland, which is also in talks with the centre, said it had met the Ramsay board last week to continue discussions about a potential partnership. Maybe, Matt, their enrollments must be down for them wanting to grab that cash with the way they've been carrying on. Both parties agreed a partnership on the right terms for both the University of Queensland and the Ramsay Centre is desirable and achievable, the university said in a statement. The university was clear that independence with regard to academic decisions is a red line issue. This point was recognised and understood by the Ramsay board. They will continue negotiations from late January. So, this is what's going on, guys, seriously. And if you've got any further information about this here, send me an email to sydneymigtow@gmail.com. Oh, here we, no, sorry, guys, did I miss this bit? Yeah, sorry, I think I missed a tiny snippet of this. I think it's a disaster, she said. I think it's particularly unsuitable for an English program like Wollongong, which has really been at the forefront of teaching women's writing, feminist approaches to literature and post-colonial literature. I'm pretty sure I said that, whatever. I've made my point. But guys, what do you think about this? I would really love to get your opinion on this. Drop your comments at the end of the video. Send me an email if you got any more on this particular topic. And if you yourself have any inside information on the universities that are looking to accept Ramsay Centre funding in exchange for teaching Western civilization, I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here for now. I'm gonna go get back inside, put the fan on full pelt. It's freaking hot here. Stay well, stay strong. If you have a beard, make sure you manicure it like I do. See what I mean? Get yourself a little brush. It looks so much better after I brush it. And Helena Head Trimming says it's winter here. I'm guessing you're in the US or the or Canada. Nobba 420 says send some heat here. Well, Nobba, you don't have to worry about that, bro, because you've got one of my hoodies. And guys, if you want to check out my hoodies, go to represent.com/store/Sydney MGTOW. It's all in the description below. But anyway, I'm out of here for now. It was a real toss-up between two articles today, but this was the one I chose, so I hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate you all. Looking forward to catching up with you guys soon, and I will be doing a video with Bettina Arndt on Sunday. I picked a few select questions from the previous post that I put up. I can't answer everything, unfortunately. There was like almost 100 questions I had. So I'm going to pick the ones that I feel are best and most relevant to the cause at the moment. All right, guys. I'm going to catch you later. I appreciate you all. But until next time, peace, brothers.